This unit is all about understanding the U.S. Constitution, the rights, powers, and amendments. This unit is primarily a study of limited government. The U.S. Constitution serves as a framework for the U.S. government and secures the fundamental rights of Americans. At the time of its creation, it provided for an extraordinary degree of freedom, yet through compromise, it failed to address the institution of slavery. Throughout the history of the United States, the U.S. Constitution has been amended and debated. An examination of the U.S. Constitution is important for understanding the freedoms afforded Americans and the principles employed to limit the government. As you learn and study the information in this unit, here are some important questions for you to consider. How is limited government ensured in the United States? How are the rights and freedoms of Americans protected? And how can Americans balance individual rights with social rights? A major way that power is limited in our government system is that the government is separated into three branches. You have the legislative powers, which is Congress. They make laws, control federal budget, and declare war. Executive powers are held by the president. They enforce federal laws, command the military, and conduct foreign policy. And then the third branch is the Supreme Court, which hold the judicial powers. They interpret laws, resolve disputes, and review constitutionality. The process to amend the U.S. Constitution begins with a proposal, which can be initiated in two ways either by a two-thirds majority vote in both houses of Congress, or the House of Representatives and the Senate, or by a national convention called by two-thirds of state legislatures. Once a proposed amendment is put forward, it must be then ratified or approved by three-fourths of the state legislatures or by the conventions in three-fourths of the states. The first five amendments to the United States Constitution, known as the Bill of Rights, establish essential freedoms and protections for individuals. The First Amendment guarantees freedom of speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition, allowing citizens to express their ideas without government interference. The Second Amendment protects the right to bear arms, such as guns, for personal defense. The Third Amendment prohibits the quartering of soldiers in private homes during peacetime, safeguarding personal privacy. The Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures requiring warrants based on probable cause. Finally, the Fifth Amendment ensures due process, protects against self incrimination, and prevents double jeopardy, meaning a person cannot be tried for the same crime twice. Together, these amendments form the foundation of American civil liberties and reflect the values of individual rights and justice. The Sixth Amendment guarantees the right to a fair trial, ensuring that individuals are informed of the charges against them, have the right to confront witnesses, and secure legal counsel. The Seventh Amendment extends the right to a jury trial in civil cases, emphasizing the importance of community involvement in justice. The Eighth Amendment prohibits excessive bail, fines, and cruel and unusual punishments, reflecting a commitment to humane treatment. The Ninth Amendment states that the enumeration of certain rights in the Constitution does not deny or disparage others retained by the people, suggesting that citizens have more rights than those listed. Finally, the Tenth Amendment reinforces the principle of federalism by reserving powers not delegated to the federal government for the states and the people, ensuring a balance of power that protects individual freedoms and state rights. Studying significant Supreme Court cases is vital for understanding the foundations of American law and the principles that govern our society. These cases have shaped civil rights, individual liberties, and the balance of power among government branches, influencing landmark decisions that affect our daily lives. Engel versus Vital in 1962 established separation of church and state in public education. Texas v. Johnson in 1989 reinforced that freedom of expression includes actions that may be controversial or offensive to some. Miranda v. Arizona in 1966 requires that individuals in police custody be informed of their rights, including the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney, thus protecting the rights of the accused and ensuring fair treatment under the law. In Gideon v. Wainwright, the court ruled that the Sixth Amendment guarantees the right to legal counsel for defendants who cannot afford an attorney. Mapp v. Ohio in 1961 established that evidence obtained unlawfully cannot be used in state courts. Lastly, Roe v. Wade in 1973 recognized a woman's right to choose to have an abortion under the right to privacy, a decision that sparked ongoing debates about reproductive rights and personal autonomy. This was overturned in 2022 in the case Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization. The 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, ratified in 1868, was designed to ensure that all individuals born or naturalized in the U.S. are granted citizenship, which was particularly important for formerly enslaved people after the Civil War. The amendment also includes the Equal Protection Clause, which mandates that no state shall deny any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. This has provided a legal foundation for many landmark Supreme Court cases related to civil rights, including Brown v. Board of Education, which declared racial segregation in public schools unconstitutional.